What's bonking, guys? So here I am with another Ark video. Now I do want to apologize because it's coming out a day late. That's because yesterday fucking sucked. It was my dad's birthday, so I was hanging out with him, and I didn't get home until way late, which is fine, you know, it's my dad's birthday, all good. But once I got home, I still had a few clips I needed to get off my PlayStation, and they just wouldn't go. Like, I cut them up into small fucking pieces, because I had to cut the 30-minute videos down into, 2-minute and 30-second clips, just to get them off the PlayStation. And I had to cut them down to, 1 minute and 20 seconds, and they still wouldn't go. So, yeah, it was pretty obnoxious. And then when I tried to record the audio, my sister started laughing loud as fuck. And, I listened back, and I could hear it, really prominently. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just wait. And I ended up falling asleep because I'm low-key, well, I'm not sleep deprived, but, you know, I go to bed late a lot, so I was very tired. So yeah, I apologize for not getting this out sooner. I'm honestly pretty fucking angry about it, but there's nothing I could have done, so not a huge deal. But getting back to Ark, so as you can see, I'm picking up on where I left off. I stubbornly made it around my house. I placed the door in the door frame. I made me some pants, and now I'm cooking some meat in my fireplace, my campfire. So, yeah, one of the things, honestly, you should probably place a campfire before you build a house. That's what I always did when I first started, is I'd have a campfire and a sleeping bag. But, you know, I wasn't worried about losing my spot or anything, and I was dying so much anyway that it didn't matter. But, you know, there's not necessarily a right way to do things. Like engrams, for example, there are some you need, but a lot of engrams, you can kind of just learn what you want. Like, you'll see later, I don't learn a lot of engrams. Like, right now I'm level, 62, I think, and I have, 400 engram points saved up. I don't be spending them that much. You know, when I first started playing, I'd be like, ooh, this looks interesting, and I'd spend a lot. But now that I'm more experienced, there's a lot of engrams that I just don't need. And if I need it later, you know, I can always learn it later. There's nothing stopping me from learning how to make, you know, a fucking thatch, you know, whatever. Like, even if it's something you earn at level 2, you can always learn it later. So here I'm gathering some more resources. Why exactly, I don't remember. But, you know, I'm gathering them. And, yeah, this video is going to be kind of interesting. You'll see me get my first tame. So here I'm making a storage box. Okay, that's why. It's because I got a little heavy. So I'm okay now, but I'm going to get heavy again. So I have a storage box so I can put stuff in there. And I put my water skin in there because that's, you know, that's your water bottle, but I literally can't use it. I'm not able to use it until I find that little creek area, because otherwise I just can't fill it up. So yeah, and see, now I'm dehydrated. And I think I try the cactus sap again. Yeah, I do. And it does jack shit. So yeah, I don't understand why it says it hydrates the body, but I don't know. It is what it is. The only thing I found for cactus sap is you can mix it with sand in a mortar and pestle to get clay, which I do later. That was something that I learned that I didn't need it. I mean, I have not used clay yet. The only use I know of is to make adobe building, but I didn't learn adobe just because I have wood. Wood's good enough, and I'll get stone. I don't really think I need adobe unless there's some special property I'm not aware of. So yeah, I don't really know what other purpose cactus sap has. I've heard it's used in some saddles, like the thorny dragon. Yeah, see, here I'm even reading the description again, because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's supposed to, you know, I'll replenish my hydration. And I try it yet again, but it does nothing. So, yeah. Well, I guess it made it disappear for a moment, but it didn't actually do anything. Yeah, so I'm pretty confused there. But yeah, I've heard it can be used in some saddles, like the thorny dragon saddle. I've yet to tame a thorny dragon. There was one time I tried, I knocked it out, but it was such a low level, and I was struggling to get home. And the only reason I knocked it out was because I thought maybe it'll be a quick tame, and then I can put some shit in its inventory, because I was like weighed down. My Moralitops was carrying too much metal, so I was like, all right, I can put some in its inventory, and it was taking too long, and I needed to get the fuck home before I lost more tames, because at that point I had already lost my para, my 2 raptors, and like a fuckload of time. So I was like, no, I'm taking my Moralitops, I'm getting out of here. So I'll try and tame one eventually. They're basically just a big kind of like a bearded dragon. I mean, they're a little different, but that's kind of like the closest I can think of. So I want to tame one of those eventually, just because they're new. I want to try and tame every new creature I see, ideally. But, that'll take some time. So far, I've got the Moralitops and their Jerboa. Everything else I have... Oh, and the Moth, the Limentria. You'll see that later. Same with the Moralitops. You'll see that later. And the Jerboa, you'll see that later. But, yeah. So here, I'm just crafting more things. Spears, so I can fight. You might actually see me hunt a little bit in this clip. I don't remember. Okay, and then I learned the rest of the cloth clothing. So now I can, wear a full suit of quote-unquote armor. Now, because it's cloth, it doesn't do you much good. And there are a lot of times where I just don't wear armor. Okay, here I'm fighting. So you can see I'm just stabbing at it. You might see me throw the spear, yeah. Sometimes my aim is good, other times it's not. It kind of just depends. There we go. I got it. So this is a source of meat and hide. But you'll notice I stumbled upon a water vein. And this is important for me, because before this, the only water I got was from jug bugs. You literally have to run up to it and drink water out of its ass. Or kill it, and then drink water out of its ass. So I noticed this water vein, and I make a sleeping bag. I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? I say I'm trying to fill up my water bottle, and it's not filling. So I'm confused, and I say I can drink. I still can't fill my water bottle, but at least that replenishes my hydration. And so then I decide, after spending time building that house, I decide, well, I kind of need a house close to this water vein, so I decide to build a second house. So you'll see me farming for that. It's a little boring, but it's also a good way to get XP. I think that's a decent part of why I leveled up as quick as I did, is because I've just been harvesting a lot. Because there's kind of nothing else to do. I mean, that's all I've been doing is taming and harvesting, really. And that's kind of what Ark is. Tame, harvest, craft, fight. And that's kind of it. So if you're not doing one of those 3 things, then you're probably traveling on the way to do one of those 3 things. So, yeah, I begin construction on a new house. And this one is the exact same. I don't change anything. Well, I learned the wooden ramp so that I can get my Jerboa and the other dino I tame. You guys will see that in the 3rd one. So I can get them into the house. I build a ramp, but I don't know when you guys will see the house. I'm sure I'm going to start it here. And then I build another sleeping bag so I can put that in my house. That way, I guess I should explain what sleeping bags do. So if you die, you get this map. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen it. I died like several times, but you get to see the map, and you have certain spawn areas you can choose. And if you have a sleeping bag, you can choose to spawn at your sleeping bag. Okay, see, here's a jug bug. I think you're going to see me kill it. So, I'll at least try to. Yeah, there we go. And then you can see, drink water. So that was the only way I had to get water at this point. Which is why I decided to build a house near the water vein, is because I was like, well, it's my only source of hydration. May as well. So, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like, the sleeping bag lets you respawn at the sleeping bag instead of having to spawn at a random area. Because that's what you have to do, is you have to just pick spawn in this region, and you just kind of have to go with that. So it's very nice to have a sleeping bag. The only issue is that it's one use. So once you've used it, it breaks, and yeah, you have to build a new one. Also, I keep missing my door. For some reason, I just forget my door's there. I think it's just because I picked an awkward place to put it, but, it is what it is. Okay, so now here I'm applying some levels. I choose Fortitude. Oh yeah, so I guess I should probably explain that a little bit. So the levels you have, I'm not going to rewind because I don't want to fuck with the recording, but there's health, your stamina, your attack, which is melee damage, your speed. Those are the main ones. You can also upgrade your hunger and your thirst, but like no one does that. On Scorched Earth, doing your thirst, I suppose, is fine, but it kind of feels like a waste of a stat when you could instead increase your stamina or your weight. I like to improve my weight a lot because in the later game, you'll be carrying around guns. In fact, where I'm at now, I have some decent guns. I've got a pump shotgun, I've got a long neck rifle, and a simple pistol. They're nothing crazy. They're not like the fabricated variants or the tech variants. I've never used tech variants, but I you know, like on the island, I'm carrying around a pump shotgun, an assault rifle, a fabricated pistol, a sword. Like I've got all kinds of shit on there. So, you know, weight is very important. I like to do that a lot. Especially because I'm stubborn and I don't like to drop what's in my inventory unless it's something I don't care about. So yeah, there you can see health, stamina, oxygen, food, water, weight, melee damage, movement speed, crafting skill, and fortitude. I don't think I've ever put anything into crafting skill, and if I have, it's been a long time, so I'm not fully sure what it does. Maybe it makes it faster, but to me it's not really a big deal when things take a long time, because usually you can go do something else while it's crafting. And fortitude is like how well it's like your resistance, you know, it's how well you can withstand the elements. So the higher the fortitude, like the less often you'll get cold, which is, you know, fortitude is fine on the island because there's like a lava cave, there's 2 ice caves, so like having it is okay. You know, there's the tundra, there are sometimes like you get what I think are heat waves on the beach. Like upgrading a little bit of fortitude is fine. I wouldn't recommend putting a lot of points into it. There's just better things to do in my opinion, but you know, some fortitude is okay. But on Scorched Earth, I feel like it's more valuable. So here, for some reason, I'm trying to attack the jug bug with not a crossbow, a slingshot. At this point, it's the only range thing I have. And so those ones with the pink, like, abdomen, they have oil instead of water. And I don't think I've found that out yet. But there was a time where I was like about to die of thirst, and I run up to one. I just push triangle without even thinking, and I walk away. I'm like, why the fuck is my hydration still low? And then I open up my inventory and I have oil, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I completely forgot about the fact that they were oil jug bugs. And then I will go up to another one and it's like harvest oil. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. So if you're on Scorched Earth and you're dying of thirst, ignore the pink ones. Go for the blue ones. Those are the ones with water. So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately this recording's a little boring. I had kind of gotten over the... Oh, actually no. Here's the fun part. So, you'll see me get my first tame on Scorched Earth. So, unfortunately that's how it works. Most creatures, as I said, in order to tame them, you have to knock them out. So I find this little jerboa and I knock it out. I feed it berries, and I have to wait for it to wake up. So this is my first tame on Scorched Earth. I was very happy about it because I think jerboas are adorable, and the name that I give her is pretty peak. And then later I change her name to something even more peak. So you guys will see that. But I go get narco berries just in case, because some creatures have a really fast torpor drain. Like a Giga, it's insane. Like, you have to, like, pump that bitch full of fucking tranks. And even once it's out, you have to fucking keep feeding it narcotics, just to keep it from waking up. So, you can see, like, there's the unconscious bar, the purple. So, I don't want that to run out before the, like, tan bar can fill. And if the purple bar starts getting too low, that's when I want to feed it narco berries so that it stays asleep. That'll increase that unconscious bar. So I grabbed him just in case, because you never know. All dinos have a different torpor drain, but generally earlier creatures have a lower one. So here, I'll give it a name whenever I do that. Also, sorry, you may have heard my sister's alarm going on for the past, like, 3 fucking hours, but... Yeah, okay, so I named it Trinket after my bunny because, well, Trinket's black and white. This guy's well, yeah, she's brown and black, but you know, I was like, trinket, because, you know, a rabbit isn't a rodent, but they're closely related. But later I'll change her name to be even better. And yeah, so this is the end of the first 30 minutes on Scorched Earth, and I have a tame, a jerboa. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. This time I kind of went into a little bit more stories. I know I was hearing people say that, you know, I should, like, tell stories and stuff. So I was trying to fill it with other shit, but yeah, I don't know. I also worry that maybe I got off topic a little bit too much, but yeah, so hopefully you guys like it. I do apologize for being late. It's not my fault, but, you know, still, I should have let you guys know, but I fell asleep. And yeah, life does not go the way you want it to, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll let you guys know when I do part 3, and then part 4, and then after that I have I've released like, I recorded like a whole nother hour of gameplay on day 10, so there you'll see me with like a good house, some tames, shit like that. So, and then I've got like clips of me taming dinos in between, so eventually I'll post more Ark shit, but next is probably going to be a JoJo video.